Steve Yates here, and we are talking growing leaders. I grew up in a little town on the east coast of Virginia. Grew up loving all sports, especially football, basketball, baseball, and probably was the most gifted naturally in baseball, but I really loved basketball more. So that's the one I put more of my time and effort into. And as I was growing up there and playing Little League back in the late 70s, I fell in love with the LA Dodgers. Now remember, I grew up on the East Coast, as far away from LA as you can get and still be in the same country. So I fell in love with them because they were the ones who were playing the Yankees in the World Series in 1977, 1978. And I watched some of those back-to-back World Series, and I've been a Dodger fan ever since. And I really loved their manager at that time. Tommy Lasorda was the longtime manager of the LA Dodgers, managed them for 21 years, and just loved his style. Funny guy, really engaging, and had the hearts of his team. It's very rare to manage a team that long. So super successful in what he did. And I read his book. In fact, on the shelves behind me, there's a book there. It's tattered and torn. It's called The Artful Dodger, written by Tommy Lasorda. I've read it many times. And in the book, someone asked them, they said, Tommy, how do you do it? How do you take 25 guys that comprises a Major League Baseball roster? How do you take those guys that are from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different languages, different socioeconomic statuses? How do you do that? How do you blend them into a winning unit? Because after all, in his 21 years, Tommy Lasorda had a winning record, won 2 World Series, 4 National League pennants. And Lasorda's response was priceless. And typical Tommy, he said, I treat everyone the same, but differently. And I read that quote the first time when I was 16 years old, and it stuck with me ever since. And now that I've been in leadership for over a quarter century and done a lot of leadership coaching, it makes a lot more sense to me now. What he meant by that is that leaders have to have the same standard of excellence for every team member. The standard is the same. That's non-negotiable for attitude and work ethic and all the things that make a team function at a high level. So you have to be connected to the mission, vision, values, goals of the organization. That's the standard. However, it's also true that you treat people differently based upon their personalities and what resonates most with them and motivates them, because every individual is different. I know this as a father of 5 children, and he knew that as well as he was managing 25 different guys. So I urge leaders, it sounds like an oxymoron, but I urge leaders, treat everyone the same standard, non-negotiable standard of excellence, but differently. Learning how to manage their personalities. Obviously, there are lots of personality exams and assessments that people can take on the front end. You can learn what motivates them. The best way is ask them and find out what their motivators are, and then you adjust accordingly. And it's a wonderful thing to treat everyone the same, but differently. We'll see you next time.